What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Duel video. Today I have a different video. I'm trying to do a different thing, and what I want is to like analyze the different type of decks that are in Pokemon Duel. So, and my goal is to know which one is the one that has the best win ratio between all those decks. For example, like I'm gonna do Altaria decks, well, Dragon decks versus Fire decks, uh, Fini decks versus Altaria decks, and those kind of decks. So yeah, I want to try to know which one has the best win ratio, because there's usually not like the best deck. There's always like a counter for the different type of deck. For example, fire decks, I think, like, if you like a first glance, if you see it at the first time, you'll say that this deck has no weakness, but maybe one of the weakness may be Ultra Beast deck. The Ultra Beast deck is the one that can beat fire decks the most, but fire decks can do well against Ultra Beast decks, so you don't know. So yeah, that's my main goal. So today I'm gonna start with grass decks versus fire decks. So the new buff grass decks are getting pretty interesting, and I really want to make one of those decks work. If you can see, there's this deck that I'm working on it. I was working on a full grass deck, and that's what I'm gonna show you. So the deck is simple. First of all, I'm gonna search for it, but it's this one. So yeah, I'm gonna show you two matches against the fire deck. The first match I was using Torterra instead of Rowlet, and then Rotom plus Rotom instead of Formantis. Yeah, so yeah, I made a little change here. Torterra was for the rush decks, and it has worked really well against rush decks. It's a really good figure to stop the rush, but I felt like Formantis and Rowlet were a little bit needed. So yeah, Formantis is an OP figure. He's so overpowered. Well, not overpowered, but it's really good with this power creep. So it can help stop the Rayquazas that have a lot of power, but it has a huge purple. So yeah, it won't stop it 100%. So I'm gonna show you the matches. These matches were made thanks for my friend, well, the special guest, the helper for this type of videos. He will help me in every video. So yeah, it's D. Janil. I think he was featured on the last duel. He was using a grass deck, a triple Lurantis deck. So yeah, he's a really good player, one of the best players. He has like his peak is 4,340 or something like that. So yeah, he's a really good player. So I'm gonna start showing you guys these matches. He's running the fire deck. He told me that he is starting to use the fire deck, so he is not like a pro using a fire deck, but he plays well, so he can fit in every single deck. So yeah, okay, so let's start here. I have the code in my notebook. So it's this one, hopefully. Yeah, it's this one, we'll see. So the grass decks, well, you see grass versus fire, you'd say fire beats grass decks, because fire decks focus on giving status effect on burning Pokemon. So let's stop here. So yeah, fire decks focus on burning Pokemon, and Lorantis abilities. Well, Lorantis weakness is status effects, like paralyzing not included, but yeah, this one it's not an electric deck. So he's running 3 Arcanines, pretty powerful, 2 Houndoors with the Evo included, and a Ho-Ho, of course. And I'm running the deck that I told you. It's Rotom plus more Rotom, then Torterra, Trevenant, Double Durantis, and Bulu. So here my strategy especially is to focus on changing the type of the opponent's Pokemon to grass type with Trevenant, and then try to sleep them. That's my main goal, and have like the most insane buff with Lorantis, of course. So Rotom is here to help Trevenant on the MP buff, and Torterra as well, but his huge weakness are the status effects. So yeah, I completely forgot that he was going to burn me, and that was a huge misplay there. I shouldn't have done that. I went for the surround because I want to kill, and what I wanted here in this match is to have the 2 Houndours on the PC and focus on getting the entries and try to win with those 2 Houndours on the PC, because if then I will use my tropical energy and he won't have like burners. Well, Arcanine can burn, but it's 50-50 on his will. So yeah, here I want to cycle back my Rotom, and yeah, it was obvious that he's gonna knock out my Rotom. That's what I recommend playing against fire decks. If you have your entries open, just try to get your burn Pokemon knocked out. Usually fire deck users want to like not knock out the burn Pokemon to try to get the flame energy used and get that weight. I forgot to state that he made a huge misplay using the flame energy. So as I told you, it's like his first time using a fire deck, so he misplayed on that, and he told me that he didn't want to use the flame energy. So yeah, okay, so unfortunately he had a scoop up because I had the Houndour like prisoner. So yeah, that is one of my main goals. Yeah, it's like my goal, the only goal that I have, because it's a really hard matchup here. So yeah, I need to focus on using Trevenant. It will be slow because Rotom is not on the field. So yeah, his 1 MP will be a drawback. Okay, so now gonna cut a little bit the video, I'm gonna check something. Okay, so let's continue. I needed to the video had to be stopped. Yeah, I needed to talk something, but yeah, so here my Bulu got the miss, but it's okay because, well, he was gonna be burned and he was getting useless. So there my hopes weren't that good. Here he goes for the burn and eventually the roar, but he didn't get it. But one of my Lorantis is burned, so I'm in problems right now. Here I want to cycle back to Terra, I believe. So yeah, I tried to attack one of the Arcanines, and try to get more Rotom on the field, back on the field. So yeah, he knocks me out. That's what I wanted. I didn't want to roll like a miss into a good attack. But yeah, so here I finally get my Mo Rotom back on the field. Here I don't know if I get the knockout. He gets the burn. That's a fortunate roll for him, because now he can move through my Lurantis and knock him out easily. So yeah, that was very bad for me. Yeah, so he gets the knockout. Yeah, he has the odds, obviously. Then I go with the for the knockout. I really need to knock this guy out. And 140, so if you see, that's a huge buff with just one Lurantis. Well, plus 20. It's 140 is a good attack. 140, 110, but he now burns me. So yeah, I'm in problems. He gets the miss with the Petal Blizzard, I believe it's the name of the move. So yeah, I have the tropical energy on this deck, but I'm trying to save it for late game, when, for example, I get the two, like the best case scenario will be that if I get the 2 entry points, I just use it. But yeah, right now it's not like a needed plate. I can easily cycle back my mounts because my entries are not locked. So yeah, right now I just want him. No, I don't know. Yeah, I want to knock out the Houndoor, but he knows that, so he doesn't enter on the field. So he decides to try to knock out my Lurantis, but he didn't get the roll. He got a miss. That's, well, it's not bad for him because, you know, I got a miss as well. So yeah, it's not bad. Right now I'm in trouble, so I need to cycle back fast my Pokemon. Torterra is 2 MP because of more Rotom, so yeah, it will be good for me. He gets the Siren Sharp, unfortunately, so here I need to retreat because I don't want him to attack my Lurantis, because that will mean that I have to use my Gold Block early on the game, so that's not what I want. Right now I finally get him to knock out my Lurantis, but I need to get my entries open. I get a fortunate roll. I expanded the blue on Bulu because of the last video. Ula'Ula Wish is a really good move, but I don't know if it's good against fire type Pokemon. That was a question that we had in mind, if it's worth to use the Ula'Ula Wish against fire decks. So unfortunately I didn't have the chance to use the Ula'Ula Wish, but after like analyzing, we stated that it depends on the type of fire deck that the opponent is running. So right now, for example, if he didn't have the Evo Houndoor, you will use the Ula'Ula Wish on the Houndoor. So yeah, it will be useless and you can't burn with Houndoor anymore. So yeah, if there's no Evo on the Houndoors, use it on the Houndoor. If like he has a lot of Arcanines, for example here, use it on the Arcanine. If he has triple Houndoom, use it on the Houndoom. But again, it's really difficult beating fire deck with the grass deck. Yeah, that's the conclusion here. We haven't ended the match, but you can you have like you can imagine that it's pretty difficult. So yeah, right now I went for the tropical energy. because yeah, I was in trouble. I really needed to use it. He got the searing shot. Unfortunate roll for me because I could have knocked that Arcana out. But yeah, I'm not able to improve my state of the field. But here I get lucky. I get the miss into the smash, and it's a 128 move, so pretty good for me. Here my goal is to make the Ho-Ho grass type. I don't want him to knock him out. Yeah, he burns my Rotom, that's bad for me. 157 moves, so yeah, you can see that it's a huge buff. Yeah, so he gets the entry, and then I just really need to get that manipulative. If I get it, I will put to sleep the Ho-Ho on the corner, and we have a prisoner, so that's good for me. So he's in trouble here. Unfortunately, he has the Flame Sphere, so he can move through burn Pokemon. He will now burn my... No, never mind, he won't burn my Lurantis, I prevented that. Yeah, I tried to knock out the Houndour, but I believe I didn't get the roll. He got the roar. 163 smash, that's huge. Yeah, so yeah, if you can see, grass decks have a lot of potential. I believe that Trevenant is really important in this type of decks, because manipulative is a strong move. It's one of the best moves. It has a Trevenant. It's a really good figure. That's what I think about him. He's one of the best figures in the game for me. But he really needs like a synergistic deck, a grass deck of course, because if not, he will not do a lot of stuff. Okay, so here I'm in trouble, but let's stop it. Yeah, I didn't get to stop it, but I made a huge misplay. The game was for me. He doesn't have Gold Block. Let's check out his plates. He doesn't have Gold Block. He doesn't have any plate that he can use. I had the Bright Power. I had the Bright Powder, and even XP would have worked. But I'm so dumb, and I didn't realize it, and I decided to attack without the Bright Powder. Yeah, it was gain for me, but made that misplay. So eventually he got the game. Like, it was a one shot, like one last shot, and I misplayed so bad. Yeah, that. But if you can see, grass decks really have a really hard time against fire decks, but it can be possible if the opponent makes like misplays, or well, not misplays, but you know, if he gives you a little chance of moving, for example, Lurantis not burn to the goalie, yeah, that will be really bad for him. So yeah, you have still chances. Trevenant puts a lot of pressure on fire decks, on every type of deck, to be honest. So yeah, it's really hard, but you have chances. That game was mine, but I decided to misplay, not using the Bright Powder. But it's fine. So that was the first match. I'm gonna come back with the second match in a couple of seconds. Okay, so we have the match number 2, and if you see, there has been a few changes. We made little changes. He changed one of the Arcanines to use one of the Houndoors. He still got 3 Houndoors, so yeah, the ultimate fire deck is this one. It has problems against a fire deck that has the fire rotom, heat rotom. But yeah, so this is the best fire deck, I believe. Then we have, yeah, I decided to use Lurantis, Rowlet. So yeah, Rowlet will help me against the Houndours because he can evolve. So yeah, that will be really helpful, and his will really beats Houndour in general. And with the buffs, yeah, so yeah, it will be an X speed, and it's 100% sure that I will get the roll. Well, if I don't land miss, of course, but here I want to move forward with Trevenant to put at least one Pokemon to make him become grass type. I got the Destiny Bond, that's not what I want. So yeah, knock him out. Well, it's kind of not bad, but not good. So here I decided to go with Lurantis, and then I believe I go with one Lurantis forward and one Lurantis on the goal. So here I go X-Speed to knock out the first Houndour. So as I said, my strategy after Trevenant's strategy is to get to try to put the two Houndours on the PC, so that way he can't burn a lot of my Pokemon. Then I just pop my tropical energy and he will be in trouble. That's the best case scenario, but of course it's not that simple. It sounds simple, but it's not simple. So here I block with Bulu. I don't attack, I believe. Yeah, I try to be defensive because I want to move Dartrix this way. The Houndour can move through fire mons because of the plate, the fire sphere, flame sphere. So yeah, it's a huge problem, that plate. That plate is so overpowered, and the flame energy as well. Yeah, I have pulled a lot of victories because of White Wings. It's so fun, but it's so overpowered. So here I decided to knock out the Houndour. He's already burned, so yeah, why not? Right now, the best case will be to survive or to not try to get the Ho-Ho knocked out, because I don't want those little dogs out on the field again. So yeah, right now it's my perfect scenario case, like my perfect I don't know how to say it, but yeah, my perfect scenario. The two Houndours on the field, on the PC, so that way I can move forward, get entries without having my Pokemon burned. But Lurantis is so strong with the buff, so 160 will of course knock out the Ho-Ho. So yeah, that's pretty bad for me. Houndours are coming back. I use the max revive on the Dartrix, yeah. I don't attack because if there's a neutral turn, he will move forward and burn the Lurantis, one of the Lurantis. That's what he wants, so yeah. Here, I don't know if I attack. No, I don't attack here. He'll eventually attack, but I believe I attack with that Dartrix, so yeah. I don't knock the ARCANINE because of the same reason. I don't want him to burn my Lurantis with Houndour, so my main priority is to knock out those Dartrix. Wow, but fire decks are really annoying. Yeah, they are so strong. Hopefully water decks will make them less dangerous. I don't know, like, I don't like that the devs are countering 100% decks. For example, Ultra Beast decks, they absolutely kill them kill them. But yeah, hopefully they don't do the same thing with water type Pokemon versus fire type Pokemon. Okay, so I knock out the HOUNDOOR, that's good, but he burns me, but of course he will burn me. Yeah, so a good figure I was thinking of with this grass deck will be Suicune because of his ability, or maybe even Finny if you go aggressive, but I don't know. I still have to try different types of decks this month. Like last month and this month, wow, they made a huge change on the meta, and it has been really hard to know what type of deck to use if you don't have fire deck, of course, a fire deck. Because if I had a Houndoor, that would be another story. But yeah, I don't have him. Okay, so here, yeah, it's becoming a little bit long matches, but you can see in conclusion, I'm gonna make an early conclusion. I already made it on the last match, but yeah, grass decks are really having a bad time against fire decks. That's, of course, it's obvious, but there's still a chance. Tropical energy can save you, and then I have to figure out another way. Maybe Suicune, I don't know, but yeah, tropical energy is the only answer right now. And then Trevenant, of course. Yeah, he can put problems on every type of deck. You will see in this match he gave this guy a lot of problems, this fire deck. Yeah, so I had the match. It was close. Trevenant did a good job, a great job, but it's really hard. Yeah, it's really hard. So here he decided to evo. Yeah, so we told ourselves, let's try to evo every Houndoor. So that's not the best thing to do. Yeah, we after finishing the match, we saw that it's not the best thing to do to evolve every single Houndoor, because you'll need to burn, and Houndoor is the easiest way to burn. So yeah, so right now he decided to evolve the second Houndoor, so no Houndoor at all. The main goal here was to try to get the Ula'Ula wish against and do it against the Houndoors, but I wasn't able to do it. Here he wants to burn my Pokemon. Yeah, to Houndoor he can still burn, but it's not as easy as Houndoor. I mean, Houndoor, if you beat him, if he lands the miss, you'll burn every single Pokemon that he faces, of course. Here I get the manipulative, but I don't. Yeah, I did it here. I believe this ARCANINE is a grass type, but here it's time for Trevenant to shine. So he got the fire breath. Too bad for me, but it's fine. It's fine. Here I'm in problems, and I get a fortunate roll, I believe. Yeah, he got the Searing Shot. That was really good for me, because I don't have anymore the Max Revive, but I have still the Scoop Up. So of course I decided to scoop up Lurantis and knock out the ARCANINE. Sadly he burned, he landed the Flare Blitz, but yeah, I think that was the only roll that would have helped me. So here I just want to I believe I want to land the manipulative with Trevenant. I have another Prison Attack. I landed it, but Ho-Ho decided to land the Rainbow Wings, so that's not good for me. So tropical energy, I'm in problems here, so I decided to use the tropical energy, and on the next turn to use bright powder on Ho-Ho. I wanted to land manipulative, of course. I don't want to knock out that Ho-Ho, so that's why I made him reswing and he got the Rainbow Wing. So yeah, I didn't knock him out. That was really good for me. He won't be able to knock out my Fomantis. I mean, well, if my Fomantis landed the miss. But here, finally, I made Houndoor my prisoner. So yeah, that was really good for me. The game started to become like in my way. I just needed to move smartly my figures, but it was really tough because ARCANINE is so overpowered. He can enter through the field, he can move past fire figures even if he's on the bench, so that's what made me not being too aggressive or take the entries. I already used my tropical energy, so that's why I was like, yeah, I was in problems. I needed one roll, one fiery breath here, 150%, but he landed the flamethrower. That was really, well, it was a 50-50, so yeah, we don't know if it was luck. Yeah, it was luck, of course, but it was, the odds were the same. So here, at least I have still the Houndoor as a prisoner. It's a hostage. I land the synthesis, so no Lorantis needed. Fomantis is a pretty good figure. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. Because of the grass knot, of course, and synthesis as well. So here I made a few misplays. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, I don't know why I was doing. Yeah, so I decided to move back my Bulu because I wanted to put my Decidueye on this corner and then try to knock out the Houndoor with the Decidueye and threaten the surround with Bulu. So yeah, that's why it took me a couple of turns, of extra turns. But yeah, of course, so here I landed the Destiny Bond. That was bad for me. Destiny Bond, I would really love to have my Trevenant level 10. That would be awesome. Just landing manipulative and not landing Destiny Bond, that would be awesome. So here at least I don't have my Pokemon burn, so that's good for me. Yeah, I decided to knock out that ARCANINE. I had the odds, well, yeah, I think yeah, I have the odds, just by landing the yellow attack will beat every single roll from him. So I was winning position. If you can see, grass decks do good, but the reason why I was winning position is because he didn't burn my figures. So yeah, it's a really huge mistake to evo every single Houndoor. But it was a test, so yeah, it was not a misplay from his part. He was testing that, and we concluded that it's not a good idea. Yeah, if you use fire decks with Evo Houndoor, at least keep one, not evolving it, because yeah, he's really helpful. So here ARCANINE can easily go there. So let's stop this. He decided to use the flame. Well, I'm not gonna stop it, but he decided to use the flame energy because he needed to move the Houndoor or use a plate. So he decided to use the plate. That was good for me. Well, it was yeah, it was better. But yeah, I was so close on winning. The flame energy saved him. but yeah, really hard. So here he will eventually wake up his Houndoom, and then he will start to get position, because that was the main reason I was winning position. He had 3 months and I was having 4 months, so yeah, that's too bad. He decided to get the hostage back. Another good idea will be to have like a Mighty Sphere on this deck and run a couple of fighting Pokemon, so you have more chances of having hostages, or someone that curses to exclude a Pokemon. So yeah, the main focus is to like make temporary exclusions or exclusions with so yeah, that's why I'm trying to run Poliwrath plus Mimikyu. That's a good combo to get exclusions. So yeah, here he starts to burn every single month. I get lucky here, I roll the Manipulative. I just need to land the yellow on the purple, or on the yellow as well, because it's really bad move. But he keeps landing the Flamethrower. That's bad for me, that's really bad. So if you see long matches, if you face a grass deck with a fire deck, it will be long matches. But yeah, with every single fire deck you'll have long matches. Fire decks have problem like finishing the matches early. I don't know if it's just me, but when I'm running a fire hybrid, it takes time to win. And when I'm facing a fire deck, I always either lose by time or win by time. So yeah, it's really interesting, the fire decks. They're really OP, but if you face them well, they can have problems, and the fight will be between the time. With time, not between, with time. So yeah. So yeah, it's starting to become a little bit long. Yeah. But yeah, we can do anything. That's the thing with fire decks. Yeah, I'm repeating the same thing, but that's true. I need to cycle back my months. I think another reason why the game took so long is because he evolved the Houndour. So yeah, another reason to not evolve every single Houndour. If you want to win quickly the match, stay with at least one Houndour. But of course it depends on the deck you face, because a week ago I faced N-Curver. So yeah, this guy has 3 Houndours ready to evo. I think, yeah, it was 3 or 2, I don't remember. No, it's 3. Oh my god, an error. No, there's an error on the ID. But yeah, so in general, in conclusion, this deck, yeah, if you want the spoiler of this end, I don't know what happened. So the game decided to crash. I tried to replay the Duel ID another time, and it crashed at the same time. But if you want to know the ending, it was a tie. It was a turnover loss. So yeah, it was a tie. he won by time. If it was a real match, he would have won by time. But yeah, so the third conclusion, I already made two conclusions, but the third one, and it's kind of the same thing. Fire decks beat grass decks, but grass decks can have a decent chance to make the game for to beat the fire deck. Yeah, so the key is using a well Trevenant, using smartly the tropical energy as well. Petilil will be a nice idea as well. It's a grass type that has the effect of Suicune, besides the removing the markers stuff. But yeah, Petilil will definitely help against fire decks. And that was on the side of the grass decks. The side of the fire decks, the conclusion can be that you don't really need to evo your Houndoors. At least you need to have at least one on the field, and the other ones evolve if you want, but at least one of them, because one burn and with 3 Houndoors on the field, well, no, 2 Houndoors on the field, it means plus 20 buff, so that's huge. I mean, the ARCANINE will hit 140 just with one burn Pokemon. If there's 2 burn Pokemon, plus 40, so that's OP. Yeah, so thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, any feedbacks, any suggestions about this type of video, please let me know. I'm trying to do different things to keep the grind going. We're getting closer to 200. I got 1 sub while making this video, so that's huge. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please definitely smash that subscribe button. I will really appreciate it. Thank you very much, and see you next time.